Yee! It ain't nothing but me. Top boss big nations. Hey gang, say gang, my first time in Dominican Republic. And a message to those. Nations Village. Let's talk about it. Now, here we are on our way to Dominican Republic for the first time. Way back in 2023. Oh man, what a time to be alive, y'all. Met my first CTC.
Santo Domingo.
And what I remember most about that very first trip was just the feeling, man, the feeling of excitement, the feeling of freedom, the feeling of, seeing my people in a different part of the world. All cool things to me. I had been to Jamaica 3 times before I ever went to the DR, similar feeling. And one interesting fact about our travel journey, Nations Village, is that it always included YouTube. Now, my trips to Jamaica, I wasn't on the content creation tip, just going out there with family, enjoying the freedom, enjoying seeing my people in a country running everything, so Jamaica was cool, but I got introduced to Dominican Republic through YouTube, through Finger, my first introduction. So once we decided to go to Dominican Republic for the first time, we already knew we were starting a channel. We were going to get the content. The 4 C's started from there. Content, culture, cuisine, chicas, in that order every time. The only thing about that very first trip is we didn't know, we didn't know where to go for the CTCs. We didn't know where to find the CTCs. All we knew about was YouTube. So thankfully, Finger, hey, he was putting the chicas on deck, and they had to give out their info. They was gonna give out their IG, or most of the time they just straight up give you their WhatsApp, and that's what happened, man. That's how I found my first CTC, Lil Eminem. And so I ran the pregame out the gate. I can't remember what month I started talking to Eminem, and I think she gonna be in some of the videos a little later. She gonna be in some of the clips in this video a little later, but now she kind of remind me of the little Eminem characters, the little Eminems with the little legs and the little arms with the gloves. So we call her Eminem. But yeah, man, pre-gaming out the gate, at least for a few months. That's what I learned. It's always a lesson. That's what I learned, man. You can't. You don't need to be pre-gaming for months before you go touchdown to meet your CTC. It just ain't necessary, 2 to 3 weeks is a good sweet spot, because 2 to 3 weeks you gonna be able to see if you and the CTC got genuine chemistry. And that's what we know it's all about to secure your great experience, to ensure your fabulous trip, to ensure your fabulous trip. You got to have that genuine chemistry with the CTC, because that's gonna make her more ready to please. So out the gate, pre-game, that's me and Eminem right there. She was in San Pedro, so I had a Airbnb not far from San Pedro, Guacacas, something like that, right there on the beach, like y'all saw. But yeah, man, hey, ain't nothing like our first time. And just to get to the message to those being the critics, the haters, the naysayers. Hey, man, this channel is mostly for entertainment purposes. We gonna always give tips and tricks in the game, and every now and then we may throw in just some common knowledge about DR. Money exchanging, rental cars, Airbnbs, activities, places to go, things to see. This is not no documentary channel. I ain't checking effect. I ain't none of those dudes. This lighthearted. This meant to be fun. This our show. This is our show. Straight from my imagination. Some people want to write an autobiography. Some people want to make a movie about their life. What I wanted to do was create a show. I wanted to make a show where I create the environment. I set up everything. Everything is arranged by me. I'm like the prince of this. I'm writing the song. I'm playing the instruments. I'm arranging everything. So that's what this is, man. Love and Passports. It's a show. It's a play off love and hip hop. Have fun with the show. You watch the show. Have fun with the show. You don't have to agree with what you see. But if you're gonna watch the show, understand it's a show. It's entertainment, man. It's for the good. It's a reality show. And the reality show is loosely based on my life. My name is not Top Boss Big Nations. Top Boss Big Nations is the star of Love and Passports. And although every video does not contain the title Love and Passports, every long form video is centered around the reality show Love and Passports. We got a JETS Jets. Just enjoy this shit. In that San Pedro, San Pedro, close to Santo Domingo, in the Dominican Republic. See? One thing about us and our travels, Nations Village, we explore. We always in local areas. We always in the barrios, no matter where we go. We don't go to Sosúa. We don't go to Punta Cana. We don't do tourist spots. We mostly Santo Domingo, but we hit other spots. We been to San Pedro de Macorís. We been to San Cristobal. You know, we've been to Piedra Blanca to see the church college lady. You know, so man, we not just sitting around doing casting couch crash
The
out
Chinese
content.
store. Oh man.
We out here in the streets with the
Yes.
people. And each and every CTC you ever seen with me has been and will be treated with the utmost respect. That's just how I get down. That's just how I was raised. And that's how we always gonna stay.
See that,
A lot of
y'all?
these
Gotta get the
excursions
Ray-Bans
for the
120
for the
pesos.
CTCs, it's the first time they've ever been. You know,
know,
they live in the city, and they may not see that place again
All the way in the
unless they go with another gringo friend. So when people be in the comments dissecting our videos like we putting together some type of thesis to obtain a doctorate, you know, it kind of throws us for a loop, man, because you should be able to see by the storytelling, by the narration, that this is entertainment. This is fun, you know, and at the same time, man, we have inspired people to travel, you know. Some of the new wave of travelers, hey, they watch our content, you know. We see them at the Santo Domingo airport, you know. So yeah, it's most people get it, man. Some folks just, you know, very uptight for one reason or the next, but hey, get it together, man. Enjoy yourself. We out here to enjoy life, man. And that's what I did on my first trip. I enjoyed my ratchet CTC Eminem. I knew she was a heavy street queen. It was all good. I was just there to get the content and do my thing, if I can get it out. And you'll have people in the comments, dang, bro, you went all the way over there for that? And I'm like, man, yeah, I went over there and saw a ratchet girl like it ain't ugly ratchet girls here in the States that bros holler at every day. So man, folks just be focused on the wrong thing. Man, my first time in Dominican Republic, I didn't care. I didn't care who I was going to see. Only thing I knew is I didn't want to just sit around in no hotel, and I didn't want to just be dependent on folks I don't have no type of rapport with, folks I'm just seeing for the first time, asking them where to go, what to do, stuff like that. My little ratchet CTC Eminem, she took care of all of that. She knew where to go. She guided the way, and all I had to do was tell her what I wanted to do. And back then, my first trip, I wasn't driving in DR, so hey, she had the driver arranged and all of that, you know. So I just knew that when I went, I wanted to be able to experience a bit of the culture, and you know, I had the foresight to know that the way I'm gonna be able to do that is with a CTC. If she ratchet or not don't matter to me. Now, I will say that my after Eminem, my quality of CTC did raise up quite a bit, you know. But all in all, Eminem was a cool CTC. You know, I saw her on multiple trips. You know, never as a starter again after that first trip. But she was quite lazy, man. All this beautiful beach we had right on the resort, man. I guess she was just so tired from running the streets before I showed up, man. All she did was sleep. Street queen, sleep queen. Oh my. She would only wake up to cook, to bathe, and you know, give me a couple of rides. You know, the whole time in that little beach B&B, you know, that little semi resort, cool place too, man. But yeah, the whole time, man, she only woke up to do a few things. So I know she was deep in the streets. I know she was tearing up concrete with them little bitty feet. That's how it go, you know. And essentially, what I did was saved her. I saved her from the rat race for a few days. Gave her a chance to catch her breath, you know, and me being the gentleman that I am at that nice wise age of forever 69. You know, I'm gonna do more petting than banging. You know, more petting than banging. Now, when it's time, when we ready to ride, now we ride. We know how to ride. But man, for the most part, man, we just want to tell some little lies in her ears and do a whole lot of petting. So, needless to say, Eminem left this trip rejuvenated. Probably hit the streets harder than ever. Now, she did come to life for the whole engagement ceremony that, you know, that we had at her mama house and stuff, you know, man. Yeah, like I said, man, this is from the beginning. This has been a production for us, Nations Village. You know, we had the foresight to what we wanted to see. Our first episode of Love and Passports really is entitled "I Married a Mango." You know, and we told around the story. You know, the story did happen on this trip, that very first trip. Yeah. So the short of it all, just so you know, this is our reality show. Love and Passports. Nations Village. Y'all stay going up. Hey gang, say gang, what y'all think?
Let's get up out the U.S. All right, y'all.